Hey guys, this is Cloudie checking in from the America server. We are back with another King's Raid video where we have just received the first September patch. Sadly, it still doesn't contain the soul weapon update that they have been teasing about. I guess that will be in 2 weeks from now, or well, maybe 3, somewhere around the 24th or so. We will see when exactly they release it. Um, until then, we just have to do with these smaller patches and updates and whatnot. So let's just get into it. What did we receive? Well, let's check the patch notes. We got some new costumes, namely for Ricardo, Sonia, Nikki, and Nyx. Um, they look like some sporting event. I had a quick look for instance, Nikki, if I can find her. I can show it. It's not too bad. Not terribly interesting either, although some say that the Nyx one is pretty cool. You can have a look. It looks like this. Not too bad. I guess it has nice colors. Can just quickly check Nyx as well. Again, if I can find him somewhere in the limbo where I have placed him. I may not even see. Where did I put Nyx? I don't know. He's somewhere. Lost. Doesn't matter. I'm blind, but oh yeah, there he is. Let's check Nyx. Just ordering heroes in a real different way. So some say this is pretty cool. I like the blue color, but I still have a deep hate for Nyx, so I'm not gonna compliment him too much. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, we got some costumes, 4 of them. Guess this is the new theme that we will be seeing. There is a new event, which I'm gonna talk about in a bit. Let's just go through the balance adjustments first. So they say that Gao's unique weapon is becoming, or his Gao's role was kind of a tanker, or and tank and CC plus a dispeller or cleanser on your own team, and the buffer, so to say. And he does not do any kind of damage. What they did here, that they changed his well, they updated some of his damage on his third skill, the Vortex. It's still not gonna do too much damage, and his unique weapon is going to increase his HP by 30% at 5-star UE. Now that's not great. I mean, it's still like you could use a dragon weapon if you just wanted HP for him. I don't know if that's really gonna help much. He has some niche roles for CCs in some content where you really need to knock down stuff fast. He used to be really important for dragons, but nowadays there is so many other heroes with good CC. He's kinda um, just out of the loop. I don't think this will make it any better. Some might use him more as a PvP tank, I guess, and he gets tankier in general. That's all. Let's go on with Lakrak. Um, So one of the things with Lakrak was that his skill 4, Load Cannon, would activate, and you couldn't use a skill while he was in animation. They changed this now. They have done this for other heroes in recent patches. So now, when his skill 4 procs, you can still use other skills, which will make him more bursty and not lock you into animation at crucial moments. They are also changing his skill 2, the smoke bomb, to increase the target's damage, physical damage taken by 20% for 10 seconds. The unique weapon will stack gunpowder to 8 instead of 7, and his normal attack range will be increased by 10%, so he will stand further back. That's interesting enough. Lakrak, I kind of want to try and use him at some point. He's a CC DPS, could be fun. He's ugly, so nobody uses him these days, or only like really crazy people, so why not? Okay, Selene got changed. They want her to do some more damage, especially against bosses and stuff. So her third skill received a buff where if the target is a boss, there is some additional damage that ignores defense. I checked the numbers, that was about 25% of the original damage. which will come on top of that skill, and it will ignore them defense, so that's quite nice against bosses. A Moonlight Arrow, the 4th skill, will increase the attack boost by 60%, and her Transcendence 5 Dark perk will increase crit damage by 150% instead of 100%. So all in all, Selene got some attack and crit damage buffs, and her third skill will be more useful against bosses. Not bad. If you like Selene, she can be alright-ish. Not the best physical damage dealer, but she's not too bad either. So she was one of my first characters, but I never really got her to a high unique weapon. So it's fine. If you are a Selene user, this is good for you. Rhino. Now Rhino has been like a bastard child for Vespa for so long, and now she's got like a little bit of a buff. Rhino is all about spamming her first skill, which resets if you crit, but if you don't crit, it had a 10-second cooldown and you would lose your wound stack, which would make her damage drop by a lot. So now they have changed the cooldown to 3 seconds, and it will and it will do 31% more damage. Not sure how they got to that number, but okay, 31%. All in all, good buff for Rhino users, and happy news. So good for her. I never really ran her, but alright. Tanya. So Tanya, PvP hero who is not that popular these days. I still bump into her every now and then in PvP. She gets a general damage buff on her first and second skill, and her third skill will have a slightly lower cooldown at 18 seconds instead of 25. I don't know, in Tanya she could still one-shot my glass cannon team, so I don't know if this was really needed. Maybe against more tanky teams this will be more helpful. We'll see. I don't know if Tanya will make a comeback or not. Now, Jana. Jana has kind of a niche role that she's only really useful at dragon hunting, and Vespa doesn't change that. They have just given her some new, or they changed her Dragon Slayer perk, namely that the light, I will just show you, so on the light option of it will be like decreasing damage your heroes take from dragons by 20%. So we are talking about this perk. So 20% less damage from dragons. That's quite nice. If she's not the main DPS in your party, then she can still be like a buffer, so you die less. That's not so bad. On the other hand, she has received an 80% damage boost to dragons now. That's pretty sick. So if you want to run her as a main DPS, if you can get her UV high enough, she can do some crazy damage now to dragons. The downside of Jana, she is not really useful anywhere outside of dragons, and chapter 8, where she is facing dragons, I guess. So yeah, if you have Jana for that purpose and have built her, then this is a good buff for you. Otherwise, not so much. But yeah, Jana is cool. I really like her. It's just that nowadays there are so many heroes that are really good at so many things. It's just not a big deal. But okay, let's go on. We had Jana. Let's see Cloudie. So Cloudie received a general buff to his damage across the board. Second skill attack boost by 50%. Ultimate punch, the third skill, will do 30% more damage, and his fourth skill will do 20% more damage. Yeah, general buff for Cloudie. He was nerfed as a result of people like refunding their money through Google Store and stuff, and Vespa which was used to get Cloudie, and Vespa kind of nerfed him in return, which was a big backlash and debate in the community. It was a long time ago. Nikki. Now Nikki is also like a bastard child in the game. She has been changed a couple of times and never really performed anywhere outside of PvP, where she didn't really shine either. So they want to fix that. She is there in the bug fixes section. Apparently, a lot of her stuff wasn't working. Like, you can see Nikki's name here a lot. So who knows? Might be that actually it's one of those things like when Laudia's talents were not fully working, and when she got fixed, she just became OP. I wonder if Nikki will be similar in this case. But she's an NPC hero and one who has a terrible bonus. You get stockade tickets, so it's like she would have to be really good to make her popular, which is a shame because I really love her art. Let's just change what they changed. Let's see what they changed. Her first skill will have a larger effect. Will disarm people for 7 seconds instead of 5, and will do more damage. And the change of the disarmament state can be uh, increased by 3 seconds with the perk. The second skill had its cooldown changed to 14 seconds from 17, and it now she has a perk which removes enemies' positive effects without a proc chance. Before this change it was 25% chance, now it just surely does. So she can be used in a bruiser team to counter bow, I guess. Which is not bad, it's useful. And it costs for a while. It's like a continuous attack, so you can counter shields and stuff with this. All in all, not bad, especially since you can build Nikki to be CC immune quite easily. So this could be a good counter to some setups. Still not too useful in PvE unless some specific cases. Let's go on. Last execution, her third skill. The range of the effect will be increased and casting time of the skill will be reduced by 30%. Yeah, not bad. Larger range, faster casting. This was a very slow skill as I remember from checking her out, so being faster is quite useful. They also change her Massacre Instinct, the fourth skill, that the duration of Cruel Madness will be increased to 8 seconds from 5, and you can the dark perk is changed that you can recover 3 orbs instead of 2 when this is activated. Also, the unique treasure Ominous Manicure was changed to cooldown reduction will be changed as 30 to 75%. Okay, so that's all the rebalancing. Rhino is a definitive winner. Selene, Jana are all good changes. Tanya we will see. I like the Lakrak change, he could be useful. Gao is still useless. And Nikki remains to be seen. All in all, not too bad. Okay, let's see what else we got. Some improved. They gave this new option, recommended Transcendence perk and gear options. It's like if you go into a hero now, you can check the recommended perks that people use, and both for normal battle and for arena. Yeah. And I think there is also one for gear, but I don't really see tip. Is this on the tip? Oh god. Okay. So crit, yeah, that's not that useful. It just says what stats to go for, I guess. I mean, if you couldn't figure this out before, yeah. Alright, whatever. It can help new users, I suppose. When you have some experience in the game, you will be able to figure these out on your own. Yeah, so you recommended perks and gears. They changed the loading screens with some backgrounds and with some tips. Yeah, whatever. They do look nice, but I kind of felt that the loading screens were also a bit longer. Took longer to load into new content. um, but that might just be the after patch issues that we always have. Okay, moving on, we have Arena Shop. Cecilia is joining the inn, and Kir's weapon can be bought at the shop. Okay, some changes to the tutorial, um, some guide tips and whatever, maze guide to currency, so some in-game guides that have been added. Um, okay, amity points are now changed to friendship points, and we can check Miriam's costume in the League of Honor. So let's just get there real quick. Check Miriam's costume. So select Arena, League of Honor, and it was under info and reward and ranking reward. And so this is, if you are rank 1, this is the costume you will get, and then these are the ones you can get for rank 2 to 10. For top 100, this is the one that you can also buy, and then this is the final one, no glitter. So yeah, if you like it, you can go for it. I'm not terribly fuzzed by this one. I like the Ixness costume for Miriam better, so not terribly hyped about this one. What else? Some bug fixes to text issues. Transcendent Spark performance for Nikki and her unique treasure. Something about Luisia's second skill not triggering when the target died, and something about Gao's unique treasure being fixed. And they are also looking forward to tease us more with the soul weapons, which may or may not break the game again. We will see. How people I have talked to so far have been pretty gloomy about it, so I guess we'll find out. Now, there is the event in Central Orwell. It's Juno going on a cooking quest. You get 3 story dungeons that you can do in story mode. You get 3 of these chopping boards, which are used as keys to enter, and then you can first clear everything in story mode or easy mode, which will give you 30 of these. And the first clear bonus, you can see I got 398 for my first 3 clears. Then moving on to normal mode, there is a first clear bonus and 35, and I guess there will be a hard mode for 40 altogether. So you can estimate to get around, once you get all the first clear bonuses, you get around 120 per day of these stew ingredients, and those you can use in the event shop, Juno's recommended menu. You can see these are using the stews. If we do some quick math on this, if you want to buy everything, this is not limited, so I'm not going to count it. So yeah, if you want to buy all of these things, it will take you around 1900 something, somewhere around there. So in the 20 days of the event, this is definitely doable, and then you can turn the rest into stamina potions, which are these. There are 2 artifacts. One of them is this one, normal attack. Yeah, it's not so bad if you do not have very good attacker artifacts, then this can be used. I think there are better options, and you can't rank this up. I haven't seen even a box for it, so it can be okay if you really do not have anything else or are very new. Now the other part of the event, you can see that this one, that there is some, oh sorry, I was mixing up. I got 210 of these and 398 of the other ones. So King Slime Gelatine, that's the other part. Once you have cleared the 3 story dungeons once, I recommend doing these in story mode on your first day. Then you get this special dungeon where you need to kill a king slime used for gelatin to be made into dessert. I will do a quick run on the medium one. I have tried this guy real quick, and he doesn't like melee, and I wasn't gonna spent too much time, and I got home real late today, and it wasn't. Don't really have time now. I need to get some sleep. So let's just quickly check. He's a slime, physical type, has quite a bit of HP and a lot of attack and normal defense stats. So both physical and magical work on him. Let's just get. There is a dispatch battle button here, but I couldn't use it, so that's kind of strange. It's there. You can start battle, go with normal or auto repeat. Let's just quickly check. It has many stages, of course, because otherwise you wouldn't spend so much time on it. I'm going with this team. This is more or less okay. The boss itself is not too friendly to melee, as you will see when we get there. He might just kill off my Cecilia and Pris. But it's doable with this team, so if you want to farm it, you can go with melee or other heroes. Now, this is taking a while because Cecilia is just being a noob. But once we get past, you can use AoE heroes here, but it's not really recommended because the boss isn't AoE. And if she stops sucking, then yeah, this one is going a lot faster. Just gonna change this so she doesn't use her mana. So yeah, just quickly need to go through these slimes, 3 of them. They've just separated into different types or smaller types, and then that's when you get to the boss himself, who, well, as you can see, he's doing a cleave attack there and hitting both my Cecilia and Priest really hard, especially this attack. In Hell or in the third mode, the 50-year-old one, this one-shotted both my Priscilla and Cecilia, so I wasn't quite happy about it. And you can see there are also some ads. Also, I'm not sure if you're noticing, but he's healing. Oh god, she's gonna so die or not. So he's healing even though I'm having a 3-star solar stone on this. Okay, so this one's a lucky clear. But yeah, 3-star solar stone, which is, I'm gonna tell you, like 50% reduction in healing rate, and still he was healing quite a bit there. So you probably want to either run heroes that can reduce the healing rate, and I'm gonna talk about that in a moment. Just gonna show you, or you want to have like a solar stone, which I did here. Of course, there is some issue with the artifacts there or the icons, but whatever. My Nox stats this sometimes. So 52% healing reduction, and he still was regenerating a lot. So it's recommended to run either Mora if you have magic damage. She should be somewhere here because she can reduce the healing by stacking up her flame stacks. Of course, that takes a while. For faster clears, she might not be the most optimal. The other option is that all archers have this Transcendence perk that successful crit will reduce recovery rate by 50%. So running an archer and either More or a solar stone, if you have it, will cancel out most of the boss's healing. You can of course just go through that without. Also, Maria has an ability where she decreases healing rates. I think it was this one, or just her normal skills. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was her unique weapon effect, that 50% reduction. So this can be used as well. Now, for what type of DPS to use, I would say that because the boss itself is hitting the melee range people really hard, and again on this guy, which is level 90, he was one-shotting both my Cecilia and Priscilla, so that wasn't fun. And this is only for one more, so I might just stick with farming the middle one. We'll see. But yeah, I recommend running a range team, and if you're already running range team, you might as well run an archer. Maybe someone with Uria, because she buffs if she wants to use magic damage, or whichever other option you can work with. Depends on what heroes you have. I will give this a try later on when I have more time to test. Now, so you get these gelatines, 7, 6 to 8 per 100 stamina from this one, and then you can use that to buy this other artifact, which is alrightish. Again, if you don't have great artifacts for your tanks, but they aren't dying, you can use this to increase damage by 10%. Okay, Gildy is just randomly inviting to stuff and like bombing my video. Thank you for that, Loki. Alright, so alrightish. I mean, it's 10% for 5 seconds. Not a terribly large window, not a terribly large boost. And again, I haven't seen any package for this, so I'm not sure how useful this is. Once you to get this, you need 304,000 of 3,400, sorry, of these, which is more or less 42,000 stamina, 47, I think, if you do the middle one, which I was doing. So quite a lot of farming. Thank you, Vespa, for again adding a stamina farming event. I was really looking forward to having some break from all of that after the last event where I was farming random unique weapons day and night. And once you are done with this, spend your 42,000 stamina, for which you have like 20 days, so it's not terribly bad, it's just not the greatest. Then you can still buy not stamina potions, you can use those 2 ingredients for that. But then there is also legendary fragments and memory fragments, so you can buy unique weapons or unique treasures for these. Again, the math is somewhere around 40,000 or so. Haven't really counted, but it's somewhere the same, maybe a bit higher than it was for the last event. If you have any stamina left or want to farm more, then you can do it. I may or may not do this, kind of being busy and may not blow all my remaining potions on this. Also want to rest a bit from all the farming. We'll see. And yeah, basically that is the last update. We have also some events like grind bonus, bonus legendary drops from dragons, and yeah, I think for now that's the 2 we have. Not bad, it's just why are these added at the same time when we have a stamina burning event? It's like, make up your mind, Vespa. But yeah, rant over, whatever. So all in all, not too bad. New costumes, balance changes, which make, I guess, quite a few people happy, and a new event where you can burn your stamina if you so desire. That's all really. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section and I'll try to answer what I can. That's pretty much it for now. Cloudie out. Thank you for watching and I'll see you at the next video. Bye bye.